Hey y'all, it's me, Barb Hardly, here to show you what I have in my Kaboodle. Please tell me what I'm doing wrong. I don't know, people like seeing makeup products. My entire knowledge of makeup products and stuff is all limited to drag queens and what drag queens do. I follow precisely zero makeup people. Frankly, they make me feel inadequate, so I'm not going to. This is a makeup video done by a man who did not wear makeup for the first 38 years of his life, but now does a lot because of drag. First up, my Kaboodle, purchased at Target. It has a whole bunch of stickers on it. I don't know, I just wanted something that showed off who I am. In the hypothetical reality where I'm getting ready in a dressing room with other queens, which has never happened for me. I always show up to the gigs fully painted. The few gigs I do. Up top I have one of my old business cards, as well as an old postcard for my podcast, which still exists and you can listen to, and also subscribe to on YouTube, where I host it oftentimes in drag. But I use this to cut my cheek, and I use this for my eyebrows. I guess it would be helpful to go in the order that I actually use stuff, and pray to God I don't get foundation all over my hands and shirt. So the first thing that I use is the Kimchi the Effin' Primer, which I use because my friend said that it's really good, and I think it is. Don't have any complaints. I've used other primers. I don't really know what the difference between any of them are, so tell me. And then, of course, I use Elmer's glue stick to glue down my brows. After I do the first layer of glue, I then push up with this just Sephora Pro Brow thingy mabob. You have to sit and wait for the layers to dry. So I usually will start gluing down my brows and then picking things up, putting things away, getting out drag that I need to wear, and then add another layer, etc., etc. Or I could get a blow dryer, but I have to bend down to plug in the blow dryer, and I am 39, and I don't like going down there. So after my brows are glued down is when I do my first layer of powdering. I have this Patrick Star One Size powder, which is new. I just started using it, and I really love the packaging. It's really cute. I use the Sweet Honey shade, I think because that is one of the only ones they had left. And I do love my blush brush. See, I don't know the names of anything. Because it is Thor Love and Thunder branded. That lightning bolt is from the Marvel motion picture Thor Love and Thunder, which is a very good movie and a whole lot of fun, and I don't know why Marvel fans hate fun. I do layers of powder after, a whole lot while I'm laying down foundation and contour and highlight. The foundation I use is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin in 24H. It took me a very long time to figure out what foundation to use. So if you go back and look at old Barb, I look like a ghost in some photos. But I think this is more true to my actual skin tone. Apply all the foundation, then it's time to contour. Contouring for me is heavily used Mehron sticks in, the dark brown and then the white. So I use this on the forehead contour and on the eyes. And then I do what I consider a trademark jawline. I have to have fun. Somewhere, somehow. I start at the ear to the dimple, or, to the, right there. One swift motion, then try to do it over here as well. And, try to make sure they match up. I also bought a Makeup Forever in a darker color to try to use this contour, but it is too cold. There's cold undertones and warm undertones, and again, I have no idea what the proper terminology is, but I do not like the cold undertone to my makeup. And for some reason, every contour I buy, including this Trixie bronzer stick in S'more Sun, also has a cold undertone to it. I do think that's because I knowingly bought the wrong one, because the one that I think is probably what I need was sold out, so I got this one. What I actually use to contour is this palette. This is just a Sephora brand contour palette. So, yeah. I mostly use the middle one as my contour because it is a warmer. This one, we're fine. This one is, again, too cold. So I'll use the middle one, and that's what I use to do my cheek contour with my Trixie brushes, which are back there. And I contour my cheek from, like, the top of where my little ear hole tab to the corner of my mouth is the angle that I go for my cheek contour, my highlight, my blush, everything. And I like having a sharp line there. To jump to the very end, one of the last things I do is I take this CoverGirl contour that I have had for years. I don't know, is there an expiration date on these guys? Light pale. Nope, doesn't look like it. I had this in my closet to just cover up, like, blemishes and stuff on my face for years, and now I use it in drag. I'll use this to, like, spot correct places I've messed up. If I, overdraw my lips, or if I get out of the line, I'll, just touch it up with this. And then I've started, just to really sharpen the cheek, I'll, do a swipe on each side to really make that line work. And then I'll blend it out. This thing I use all the time. The brand is RT. I don't know what that means. I got it at Target. This is my blending sponge, blending poof, blender. And then also regarding my woman brows, in order to get brows, I'll just take like a brush and, put this up here and then like, and, hopefully get the same angle, cousins, not twins or whatever. And then once I get like the actual eyebrow shape on there, I'll go through with this Precisely My Brow Pencil. What's the name of the Benefit? Yeah, I mean, this thing. I don't really know the brand off the top of my head. Maybe it's Precisely. Listen, hey, this section of Sephora looks like comic books, so I like it. And I'll use this to draw little fine hairs. We're on to eyes. I will forget this step, the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, which I use when I remember to. I've really gotten into a bad habit of forgetting this, having already like drawn out my eyeshadow, and then having to go back and add this. So that is not fun. Eyeliner. The NYX Epic Eyeliner is what I use, and I love it. I've tried a bunch of eyeliners, but this one like goes on very smoothly. I can actually like get really fine detail, which to me is really just the point at the end right over here. Oh no, and also in the corners of my eyes when I do the little sharp. Start with the line, and then try to get this to match the same angle. And then I start right here. I have hooded eyelids, so it makes things a little bit more difficult. Start right here, and then connect it out, and then I'll do a little, trace that out there, I did settle on like an eye makeup shape, which, I mean, obviously is going to keep changing because my drag has already changed a lot in a year and a half. So I will, continue to experiment with shapes, but I really do like that I've settled on a distinct eye shape. Distinct in as much as I do it every time. I'm still trying to figure out how to cut a crease at all. Like, I'm experimenting with like, white or flesh colors or silvers, just trying to figure out how to do it. So I usually cut my crease with this white. This is also Urban Decay. Now, let me just say, I love these 24/7 eye makeup inks. This is the Ozone. Oh, shake well. Oh, I never shake them before I use them. It's probably why they don't go on as smooth as they could. But I still like them, and I will now start shaking them. But yeah, this is the Urban Decay 24/7 ink, and I'll use the white to try to do the cut crease. And then I have bought it in every color because these pigments show up a lot better on my face than actual eyeshadow. So I have the Mucho High. This is the black, which is called Zero. I have a blue called High Energy. And lastly, I have this neon green that's called Freak. I try to work those in because they're really good to do fine detail in my eyeliner and eyeshadow, which I don't actually do enough. And so for eyeshadow, there are like two palettes. I have a lot of palettes. Sorry, I have a lot of palettes and a lot of makeup. That I actually didn't purchase, that was gifted to me by one of my best friends, Chrissy, who passed away unexpectedly about 2 months after I started doing drag, and she was honestly probably the first person to buy Barb merch when I put tees up on TeePublic, and as she loved drag and of course had a lot of the queen makeup, so like a lot of my palettes and a lot of things all come from her, and so I like that I'm getting to take her on this adventure as I do drag. And yeah, sorry. So, you know, drag and makeup, I mean, I'm learning, I've discovered that it can be incredibly personal and intimate. Which brings me to the Team Katja and the Plant Gay palettes from Trixie Cosmetics. But I mean, these were Chrissy's, and, you know, were used because Chrissy loved, you know, bright, vibrant colors. Like, oh man, she always hair, everything. So, of course she has these, and so these are the two that I use the most. So even though I have a bunch more back there in my drag closet, I keep them in here just because I usually go to them the most. So then I struggle with eyeshadow and just trying to make it pop on my face instead of just looking really muted, which for some reason is really hard, and I do not know why. But here we are. For mascara and whatnot, I always, curl. Gotta curl the lashes. Honestly, I have no idea where this came from. So, it's an eyelash curler. And then I'll use the Sky High, Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational. And then lashes, which, oh man, I don't have... So, lashes, I bought a whole bunch on Amazon, and I'm, like, stacking them. I'll usually wear 2 pairs, 3 pairs for special occasions. I need to remember to actually keep them in this, instead of just storing them loosely on top of the Kaboodle when I'm not in drag. And then I also am not really sure how many times you should reuse eyelashes. But they cost, like, nice ones, big ones, cost like $12 a pair at minimum. So I'm gonna wear them more than once. It also goes on my eye and collects germs. So I don't know. Putting on eyelashes is my personal hell. Eyelash glue is horrible, and I hate putting on lashes. I love how lashes look, but I hate putting them on because it always means I then have to redo my eye makeup a little bit and touch up all the black. Don't like it. Now we're at the fun portion of drag makeup, which is the end. I always close with blush. This again, Mod About You is another palette from Trixie Cosmetics that I got from Chrissy. And, I alternate between the orangish and the reddish. For pink blush, I went out and bought the Patrick Ta She's a Doll shade, which comes with both cream and powder. And I think you're supposed to put the cream on second, powder first, cream second. Is what I've heard, because it is counterintuitive. The highlighter, I have this Kimchi Drama Queen highlighter, which, again, is also from Chrissy. And these are all of the palettes, a lot of them, deeply used. The silver is what I use the most, and then I'll sometimes use pink and gold, but silver is almost out, so I might have to buy another one of these if they're still available. I don't know, makeup disappears. It's also like Marvel Legends action figures and Speedos, which I'm like, I have to buy them when they come out because the design might disappear, or the action figure might disappear, or I'll have to pay a lot of money to get the action figure, and I'm discovering that makeup is just like action figures and Speedos. God, I miss summer. I have Sephora lip liners, which I still haven't put in here. I don't know why. And then lipstick, which, I do keep lipstick in here. I just bought this gloss, this Sephora really red gloss. I got that for Christmas. And in here, I keep this purple kimchi. Wait, how does this work? Oh. I have this color, and it's really matte, and I love it, but I rarely get to wear it because it's not really Barb. I don't have outfits that really warrant this yet. Like, I'd have to build a whole look around using this. Because Barb is she's a pink and red, orange lips kind of woman. Which is why the 3 Trixie lipsticks that I keep in here are Stacy, which is pink. Jesus Christ. Okay. Model Actress, which is orange. Okay, I gotta pick that up. Or I could get a blow dryer, but I have to bend down to plug in the blow dryer, and I am 39, and I don't like going down there. Of course, Red Scare, which is red. Those are the 3 that I use most often. So yeah, that's all the makeup that I use as Barb Hardly to become her. I love this. I think I've settled on a lot of fun. I don't know. How do I end a video like this? Did you watch all of it? Did you learn anything? I think you can teach me things. Please tell me what I should try and what I should replace and what I should stop using. Specifically, if you know of any warm contour palettes, I need that, definitely. And, like, the most pigmented eyeshadows you can think of. That would also be great. And that's it. So, please like and subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram at Barb Hardly. And if you want to give me money so that I can buy a better makeup, more makeup, refills of makeup, hit me up on Venmo. And until next time, am I a woman? Hardly. Because most of the time, I look like this.